Hi, this is Barbara from barbarajournals.com, and today, instead of doing a Canva tutorial, I am going to do a brief presentation on the differences, I should say, between journals and planners. And I even threw in a couple of extra terms that seem to be used interchangeably at times. So I wanted to kind of show you the distinction between them. So I'm currently in Canva. I am a Canva certified creative, which means that I get access to special features, and I'm a part of the group where they also discuss upcoming additions or updates that they make and ask for us to test it out. So I'm glad to be a part of that. And also, I am using Canva for work, which is the paid version of Canva, just in case you want to use Canva to create a presentation and the features that I have are different than what you have. That might be why. So I'm going to go into the present mode. All right. So today's brief educational video, I'm going to talk about the difference between journals and planners. Now, journals are typically used to write or journal how you feel, your thoughts and the emotions that you have, maybe about a particular situation or a particular event. It usually has lined pages, and one of the big differences between journals and notebooks is that it has a strap, and it also usually is perfect binding. So see, in this picture, there's this strap right here. The pen is covering most of it, but there's a strap right here, and it's also in perfect binding, as you can see, as opposed to the spiral binding. Now, on the other hand, notebooks are used to take notes. Also, it comes with lined pages generally, and there it usually has spiral binding, as you see in the picture over here. So that's probably one of the biggest differences between journals and notebooks. Journals are used to journal your thoughts and feelings, and notebooks are generally used to take notes. And I know that a lot of times journals and notebooks look the same. For example, you could buy a notebook that has perfect binding. You can get a journal that has spiral binding. So we use the terms interchangeably, but there are little differences between journals and notebooks. And I also threw in a couple of extra terms that we kind of grouped together. The next one are planners. Planners basically are used for planning, and it can be planning just about anything. So you can have a planner to plan your wedding. You can have a planner to organize your business. You can have a planner to organize your appointments. Planners can be used to plan almost anything. It helps with organization, so it helps to keep your appointments and everything organized. It usually includes either a daily, monthly, or a yearly calendar, sometimes all three, depending on the type of planner that you buy. And it also provides space for you to write notes, to do lists, and ideas, things like that. The last one I threw in here were workbooks. Now, the formal definition of a workbook is a student's book containing instruction and exercises relating to a particular subject. So, workbooks are generally used in the classroom setting, but now more and more businesses are starting to include workbooks when they do workshops or webinars, things, classes online, things like that. So now workbooks are being used outside of the traditional classroom. Of course, a workbook is used to do work, and it usually has sheets that contain questions and some type of task that focuses on one subject. So the big takeaway I would say with a workbook is that you want to create it with one subject in mind. So, for example, I created the journal creation workbook, and the purpose of that workbook is all geared towards showing you how to create your own journal or planner. Oops. So, which one should you use? Really, it depends on what your goal is. If you just want something where you can jot down your thoughts and feelings, then you might create something that falls more along the line of a journal. If you want something where you can write notes, you may use a notebook. If you want something where you want to plan out maybe a launch, if you're launching a product or service, or if, like I said before, if you plan on getting married, you may, or some type of big event, then you might create an event planner. And then the workbook, if you're planning a workshop or a training on, for example, I have one on how to create a journal and planner. then I would create a workbook. So it really depends on what the purpose is for that particular product. Now, if you're ready to create your own journal or workbook, if you go to this link here, you will go to my site, which is actually my store, and I have a few products that'll help you create your own journals and planners. I have a couple to choose from, so definitely make sure you take a look at that and get the one that best meets your needs. Finally, definitely reach out to me on social media. Let me know, if you have any questions, or just let me know if there's anything you think I should add to the training or something you want to know. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest. There's my email. And also, if you want to take a look at my shop, because I do have some notebooks and journals, there is www.shopbarbarajournals.com. So, as a bonus, what I did was I actually created a link for you to grab these slides. So if you go to bit.ly/journals versus planners, again, bit.ly/journals versus planners, you can grab the slides in order to keep this information on hand when you get ready to create your product or service. You must have Canva in order to access the slides. So make sure that you go ahead and sign up for Canva. You can get the free version, and you will still be able to save these slides onto your account. The only thing, just make sure that you make a copy of it, so that way if you want to write additional notes, the original version will still be intact. So if you have any questions or concerns, definitely feel free to reach out to me, and I will see you guys in the next video.